famous actress who has been very determined to turn her dreams into reality. And one of her dreams has always been to get on board the world's biggest industry, film industry, after Hollywood. And so a couple of years ago, she found herself in Nigeria. She's been doing great. I watch her movies on Netflix all the time. And without much ado, let's hear from her and find out just how this Nollywood journey has been so far. Claudia, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Thank you, NS Kanjo. Thank you very much for giving me this great platform today. I'm grateful. How are you doing?
I am doing great, with thank God. So how is Asaba this Saturday afternoon?
Asaba is good. We have a normal weather, not hot, not cold. So it's actually better to film today, although I'm not on set.
And tell us about the film you are shooting in Asaba. You told me of Mike a couple of hours ago that you just arrived there for the current project. So how is it going? Which project is that?
I've been here for a month now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I left Lagos for the first movie I came here to do. That was Daughters of Donut. Okay. And when I was done with that, I had to go for another one, Save Me. And presently, I'm on the set of Cry No More.
Apparently, it's back to back. The end of one project is the beginning of the next.
Yes, especially when you when you practice your craft well, you definitely get another when you're done with one.
Those jobs come back to back, especially when you practice your craft so brilliantly, just the way she's doing. Claudia Fonguh is her name. She is a Nollywood actress who flew to Nigeria a couple of years ago, and she's been doing really great. So she'll be telling us about her journey so far, and we will learn more about her, especially for those of you coming across Claudia for the first time. So Claudia, tell us what motivated you to take the decision to relocate to Nollywood?
Okay, first of all, before I get into that, I want to your F&F production. I'm actually a consumer of her products, and she does really, really good costumes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was very glad when I was listening to her. Okay, back to me. What brought me to Nigeria? I actually was invited by a director for a project. It was a very small project. So I was like, okay, you're doing nothing in Cameroon now. Why don't you just go and do this? I was scared, you know. Everyone, when you hear about Nigeria, the first thing you have this panic. It might be a fraud. But I got here, I did the job for 3 days, and it was time to go back. But I said to myself, how can you come to a whole industry like this, the giant of Africa, and you have to go back because you're done with one movie? I was like, okay, why don't I go into the street of movies and see if I'll have something else to do? I knew no one, so the people I shot with in that movie, I had to ask, how can I go for audition and all that? So I think this producer, Akindele, was doing an audition. So they gave me the location for the audition, and I went there. It was she has this Jennifer's Diary. Yeah, there's a popular series in Africa. Majority of those who watch African movies know of it. So I went for that audition, and she was like, wow, I like your accent. You know, we have a different accent from Nigerians. And she was like, okay, we'll give you a call back. So the fact she said they were going to give me a call back, I didn't want to go back to Cameroon. I had to stay again 2 weeks, and I stayed 1 month, and that call wasn't coming. But I wasn't just sitting there. I kept on going from one audition to another. And what amazed me here was, I do go for auditions in Cameroon, but you see like 50 people for an audition, and you don't see that competitive spirit. But when I go for auditions here in Nigeria, I see 2,000 people auditioning for a movie that they need about 25 characters, sometimes 10.
Wow.
And you see 2,000 people. So the market, the competitive nature of the market and the amount of people who want to get in there here in Nigeria is massive. And I was like, oh, I think I need to be where there is competition. It will boost your energy to work harder. So I said, no, I would have to stay. That's one of the reasons that I stay, that I'm here. Yes.
And even when she meets 2,000 people for an audition, vying for just 25 spots, she is not scared. She's rather determined. And that drive has taken her to where she is today, propelled to the greater heights in Africa's biggest, most gigantic film industry. Claudia Fonguh is her name. She's live from Asaba in this edition of the show. What kind of reception have you had in Nollywood?
Well, I've had both the good, the bad, and the ugly here. Now, there are some movies I was casted for that when I went to shoot, the directors would be like, "Oh, this is not how I want you to talk. Talk like a Nigerian." They want their pronunciations to be the same way they do, and you get embarrassed because you're giving your best, but they want you to talk exactly the way they are. So those are some of the ugly things I met on set. And there'll be some, they'll just be like, "Wow, where are you from?" "Cameroon." "Oh my God, you'll be on my next movie." And the good, the bad, the ugly, everything merges. But that fear I don't have that fear. Anytime I'm going on set, I'm ready for anything. Whatever comes up, it's a push for me. I would try to work harder. Maybe if you want me to talk like a Nigerian, I will try. If I can't, okay, next time I will. But so those are some of the experiences I get. Normally every industry has challenges and ugly experiences, that around the sex, that around, but we are used to it. So we just find a way to work with that.
Right. So before relocating to Nigeria, you had done scores of movies in Cameroon, a lot of which I had watched. And tell us what is different from production in Nollywood and the ones you experienced back in Cameroon.
Okay, for Cameroon, we still have small productions in Cameroon. Like you go for a movie shoot and you have to shoot with a single camera. And then the technical team, we lack a lot of departments in the technical film when they are filming, in the technical field. We don't have line directors in some sets. I see right now they are improving because I haven't been back on set in Cameroon for like 2 years. But when I watch some of their movies, I see improvements that they come up with. So, but here in Nigeria, we have on their technical department, a lot of them are there. So we have different departments in our technical field, but in Cameroon, we have limited because of the budget. That should be the first reason, because Nigerians have grown into, how can I put it, into the industrial part of filmmaking. They are getting better in that department than Cameroon.
Let us talk about some of the movies you've done in Nollywood so far, some of which are streaming on internationally recognized platforms, including Netflix. So tell us about some of these movies. If you want to do a movie count, how many have you done so far in Nollywood?
In Nollywood, I've done, I could say 35. 35? Yes.
Wow. That's great.
And I've even lost count of some, but there are some that I won't forget because of the experiences I had on set, different from what I normally have back home, so I can't forget them. Like Oloture. Oloture is one of those productions I've gone to that is so amazing. I remember
I actually watched that one on Netflix.
Yes, that's Oloture, yeah. The character I played there, I was an extra. But it's one of the movies I've done that I really enjoy and would like to do again. I was really treated like a star, first of all, during location setting where I stayed, the hotel I was lodged in, they move you to set every day. The comfort they gave me on set was wonderful. I've not had it anywhere. Regardless of the fact that when I went to category, there are other movies I've played lead, and this one I'm playing a minor character. And then they give me a better treatment on that one. And then the storyline was just awesome. And my character, I was playing the character of a prostitute, and I've never done it before. So it was so challenging to me. Like every day when I went on set, because I had about 24 scenes, every day I was like, oh, Jesus, please let me get done with this scene. Will I be able to pull through with it? But I thank God because my co-actors were so pushful. They encouraged me. And because I was like, okay, this is Africa. There are some things about this movie that 99% of Africans won't like it. They'll be like, oh, this is immoral. But we are trying to portray a character. And you can't do a movie without, if you don't do a movie real, it's no movie. So that's one. And then there was also Up North. Up North too.
I've watched Up North as well.
On cinema. So I played as a police woman. So those two, I really, really, really love them. And I have some really beautiful series I've done too here that I'm looking for. They're on Africa Magic Showcase and Urban, I think so, yeah. That I'm really proud of.
Right. So in terms of treatment, which is what a lot of aspiring actresses and actors would love to hear, how is the pay in Nollywood? Does it mean that when you get to Nollywood, you've solved your problems of pay in this industry?
Far from it. When you get to Nollywood, you've brought a bigger problem upon yourself.
Wow.
Especially when you start doing back to back. Your fans look at you like, oh, there's a lot of money. But the money you're paid is, if you're trying to maintain the lifestyle of a celebrity, like to meet up to what your audience, your fans want, you will discover that what your pay is just peanut, because you won't be able to do the things, they want you to do photo shoots all the time. They want you to dress, some real expensive things, which your salary or your pay can't even be able to afford that. So when you get into Nollywood and you are making it, you're in a bigger problem. And you will need to find another source, maybe a business, or you go into commercial modeling, because I'm also into commercial modeling and I'm a content creator too. So you need to find other means of income that will help you, meet up to the standards of your fans, because your fans will push you you to the wall. They won't want to see you with the same hair for a week. They don't want to see you with your shoe 2 times.
Beautiful. Quickly tell me about some of the actors and directors you've worked with so far. I know this industry is also about names.
Okay, I've worked with director Ability. That's a director, Lagos is actually somehow Nigeria split into some department. So if I talk about directors in Asaba, Delta State, I've worked with director Ability. I've worked with Prince Exton. I've worked with director Henry Chooks, Austin Ilum. For Lagos, I've worked with Desmond Elliott. He's a great director. I've worked with Kenneth Ngang. That's the director of Oloture. And then I've also worked with Film Boy. That's another great director in Nigeria people are looking out for. I've worked with him too. So maybe I've lost count of some, but these are the few I can really remember I've worked with.
Right. So Claudia, tell us, what are your prospects in Nollywood? What are your ambitions? Where do you intend to go to, perhaps after Nollywood?
Hollywood.
Okay.
Like, that's a big dream for me. My aspirations don't end here. Like, Africa isn't it. I want to work my way through here. So when I'm satisfied with what Africa, with what, like when my fans are satisfied with where I would be, then I'll have to change my strategy. Hollywood is where I'm dreaming of being.
But what is the public telling you about your performance and how you're doing? What is the reaction from the public?
Well, great. They're actually responding positively to it. Like each day I see about 100 new fans, sometimes 50 new. And when your fan base is increasing, that is how much job you get in Nigeria. Because most of the movies they do here are for commercial purposes, like tube and all that. So your being into movies here depends on how much your fans want to see you. So
right.
they are so positive to me, and I'm really grateful.
She's really grateful to her fan base, which keeps inflating, by the day. Claudia Fonguh is her name. Nollywood actress, quite talented. She has scores of movies to her credit. She's live on African Fiesta this day to tell us about her journey. Well, Claudia, I promise you'll be back on this platform not too long from now. But before you go away, what is your last word to your fans, and when is your next movie coming out?
Okay. Actually, I'm still on this Cry No More. I'm doing it with Destiny, Etiku, and Jerry Williams. So I should be done by Monday, and I'm doing my first action movie from the 20th. Street Wars, and I'm so excited about it. And for my fans, please keep loving my movies, keep watching my movies, and please stay glued to YouTube. Like, I need more job, and I need you guys to be there for me. So stay on YouTube, comment, like, and keep on, hashtag Claudia Fonguh, so I keep going higher heights, higher heights. I need your support. As much as you want me to entertain you, I too need your support. Yes, and please, I have a YouTube channel, Claudia Fonguh TV. Try as much as possible to subscribe. I'll be talking about my life all the way through. And my movie is on, I'm a producer too. You didn't tell them that, Ernest. So my movie
of course
drops. My movie drops is on Afrovox Internet. That's a YouTube channel too. And I think they'll start airing it as from next week, guys. You guys should go there and watch and comment. I will be really grateful.
So definitely be grateful if you consume her content, make your remarks, which remarks will go a long way to help her improve on what she's doing. She's producer of Drops, which was done, I guess, 2 years ago. And she runs a YouTube channel as well. Just go to YouTube, Claudia Fonguh, and you'll be able to watch her content. Claudia, I want to thank you so much. Congrats on the great job you are doing. You are a great, you represent your country in a very, very noble way. So we are happy for you. Congrats on that. Do have a fantastic rest of the weekend.
Thank you, sir. I'm so grateful. And you too.
All right. Thank you so much. That was Claudia Fonguh, Nollywood actress, and she's just been telling us about her career in the world's second biggest film industry. Let's have some music, then we'll go to Boya and bring our next guest on board.